Luis, and I would like to now introduce you to the president of VTIS Association, Miss KRISTI Hodak from United Kingdom. Welcome.
Hello everyone. Really good to see so many women in one virtual room. And thank you, Matea and the Slovenian Global Business Network for the invite and putting us all together here. It's really inspiring and to see all of you and learn what you're doing. And I'm really hopeful that this is just a kickstart of a long-term relationship between inspiring Slovenian women abroad. I do really believe personally that women, we talk a lot about equality and so on, but I think if women don't connect more and support each other more, I think by that we become much stronger. So thank you for making us stronger today. So maybe I just say a few words about myself, what I do, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about VTIS and how you can get engaged if you're interested. So I'm Primorka, I'm from Vipava Valley, so I could relate a lot to what Simona was presenting. I always bring Slovenian wine from Slovenia every time I go home. And this is also how lots of Slovenians gather together here in London. I often invite them to come and try different Slovenian wine, and I promote it big time. Wine and schnapps, of course. It's proper Slovenian, you know. So yeah, and I've been living in London for the last 6 years. Professionally, I'm a service designer and I currently work at McKinsey Digital. So that doesn't make me a business owner. However, I consider myself entrepreneurial. So instead, I establish new innovative startups within corporates through McKinsey. So that means everything from doing customer research, defining new value propositions, business models, visions for the new company, down to developing new digital products and services, and then also helping our clients recruit new digital talent from, programmers, designers, data scientists, etc. So in the last 4 years, I have, together with, of course, our brilliant teams, established, let's say, 4.5 fast-scaling companies around the world. And I really love working in challenging environments, especially where women aren't excited. So, for example, I worked last year in construction, which was really interesting, as well as in Middle East, where I worked for a company that didn't employ any women, and at the end we employed 10 women, 10 female experts. Lately, I also focus a lot on customer-centric innovation, especially in B2B space, and I'm trying to introduce ESG criteria, so environmental, social, and governance, in every project I do. As I finally feel it's a topic we can finally talk openly about, rather than being considered too emotional and too value-led to discuss environment and social stuff in business. So I'm really glad that I slowly see this change happening. Maybe just another interesting fact, a few years ago, I worked on a strategy for UK government on accelerating female entrepreneurs in the UK, where I interviewed more than 80 women and realized even more how difficult it is for female entrepreneurs, especially thinking about all the investors being men, and there haven't been much support for women. So I started to appreciate even more female entrepreneurs, but also very positive now seeing there is. I think times are changing and there is more and more support for female entrepreneurs around the globe. So maybe now this is a little bit about me. If you're interested in similar things as I am, I'm very happy to connect on LinkedIn. I'm also going to share my email on the chat. But maybe just briefly, a few slides I want to share with you. Matea, is that okay? I still have time on VTIS. Hopefully that's a yes.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I just muted myself.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Perfect. So Društvo VTIS is Društvo Utini izobraženih Slovencev, so the Association of Slovenes abroad, a little bit more targeting, especially this new generation that went abroad to, especially to get additional education. However, we also have members who didn't get educated abroad, but connect with our mission. So we are 1,809 members across 51 countries globally. What connects us is that I think we have quite, of course, as I mean, I'm preaching to the to all of you that already know this, but yeah, what connects us is the global viewpoint, but still, we all have Slovenian values and we all come from the same environment. So our mission is that we try to minimize the distance between Slovenia and abroad. And we do this especially through connecting the community abroad as well as in Slovenia. We are connecting our members with different institutions in Slovenia. We have quite a few partners in Slovenia, different companies like LEC, BCG, etc., who are partners, and then also they promote their jobs in Slovenia to our members. But we also collaborate a lot with the Ministry of Education, Ministry, and of course with Urad za zamejce Slovence po svetu, who is our main sponsor and supporter. And we also try our best to kind of make people aware about the challenges that Slovenians abroad have, especially this segment that we're focusing on. Just a few pictures so you know what I'm talking about. So you can find all of this on the website. We're trying to share with also new Slovenians coming abroad all the information we have within the association. We really believe that we need to share success stories as much as possible. That's why you also find on our Instagram lots of success stories about Slovenians abroad. We do lots of webinars. We have local chapters in 15 countries around the world. So if you are in one of those, you're really welcome to come to our events. We also have a Slack community where we communicate daily, and we also share employment opportunities with our members in Slovenia and abroad. We also organize career days for people that want to come back to Slovenia and get employed there. And then, of course, every year we also come to, like, the President Pahor also invite us every year to his palace, where actually the whole global community comes to one place in that one day. But most importantly, I guess for you, there are 4 things I want to emphasize. What you can get from our association. So first of all, it's just connections with other like-minded people around the world. We also now established a group, Utisovke Slovenke at VTIS, especially empowering more the female part of VTIS. But also, again, we can connect you with many of our collaborators. Secondly, we are creating lots of research papers about the issues that Slovenes abroad have. This year, we're also doing Dobre prakse uspešne zaposlovalce, where we are collecting good practices of employers abroad and sharing that with Slovenian companies to educate. And then lastly, we have program mentorstvo, and also we promote success stories, as I already said. And on this point, I would really like to invite you to program mentorstvo, either to be a mentee or to become a mentor. Especially having all of you here with so much experience, it would be great if you are interested in supporting other women or just people that are thinking about their career and next steps. It'd be great to have you join. I already mentioned this group, very nice. If you join VTIS, you're very nicely invited to this new group. And then lastly, also very important is this year, last year was the first year when we convinced the Gospodarska zbornica Slovenije, the Slovenian Chamber of Commerce, that now it wasn't possible before. Also, entrepreneurs living abroad, Slovenian entrepreneurs living abroad, can apply and for the priznanje za inovacije, so the best innovation of the year. And this has just opened now, so you're very nicely invited to apply and kind of present your great business. So yeah, I'm gonna stop. As I already said, we have partnerships. If you're a company, I just invite you very nicely to look what if you're interested in collaborating, do join VTIS and mentorship program. You're very nicely invited. So yeah, hopefully we connect, and I'm going to share all of these links in the chat below.
Thank you. Thank you, KRISTI, for the inspiring work you do. Bravo. I had the opportunity actually to participate in one of your virtual events on the International Women's Day. And I might say that was very dynamic, very sympathetic, very, very